What's up, guys? This is Cuffer. I just want to go over this Hotfix 77 with you guys. I'm gonna go skip most of the bug fixes. The only thing here that I thought was significantly important to any sort of player base is they fixed Ranger's forceful shot, so you might actually see Rangers being uh, using it again and actually knocking people back. Other than that, fighter changes. Fighter breakthrough duration increased from 10 seconds to 12 seconds and grants 7 additional move speed. That's 2.3%, so not awful. Adrenaline Rush gives you 5% movement speed, so you're getting 7.5 if you wanted to run both of these. I'll just say, like, although there's not a ton of Barbarian, like, nerfs or something like that, overall, this patch is pretty good. Like, if they continue with this trend of last week it was Barbarian, this week it's Fighter, who knows what new stuff we'll be getting next week. I mean, we got 2 new perks and skills for Ranger and Druid, so already, um, this is like I like the way that they're doing these updates. It's definitely better than they were doing it before. So, yeah. I think what they're trying to do is get all classes to be kind of as strong as Barbarian. Because every time there's like a really strong class in the game, whenever people are begging for nerfs, the devs, SDF, whenever they're in a podcast, they always say something along the lines of, yeah, we don't want to nerf this class. We actually want all the other classes to be just as good as it. So maybe they're pushing for that vision where Barbarian is like base level and they want everything else to be as strong as the Barbarian is. Because I mean, I know no one's dropping second wind and sprint, but fighter shield slam going from 25 to 45, you're just getting 20 damage. That's crazy. That's a lot of damage. I mean, especially in low gear, I think they should have just made this a scale. I don't know. I'll keep going through the patch. Okay, so Adrenaline Rush grants 5% movement speed bonus now as well. Taunt duration increased by 2 seconds, and the PDR has been increased by 2%. So really, what they're doing is they're just messing with little other perks to see, oh, how much can we buff this, and fighters will actually start taking it over sprint and second wind. So Shield Slam 25 to 45, slow duration penalty increased from 2 to 3. Fighter Spell Reflect changed from 3 to 5 seconds, and the player gives 5% MDR bonus while active. Alright, Barbarian. Barbarian's Blood Exchange now works based on damage dealt rather than maximum health. So if I come in here and I go to the Barbarian, and we look at what it says, Blood Exchange, you do 10% of the damage dealt now. So it's, instead of 10% of your maximum health being recovered, it's 10% of however much damage you do. If you do 50 damage, you'll get 5 health back. If you do 100 damage, you'll get 10 health back. I think that makes a lot of sense. Smoke pot changed from 3 to 2. Now refills while resting at campfire. Same with caltrops from 4 to 3. I think that's pretty cool. I think it's a pretty good change. People have been asking for this since they actually added charges to Smoke Pot. They were like, why would they not just make it with campfires? And I agree. I think even Rangers, rations, everything that has charges should be refillable at a campfire. I think that just makes sense. You can also like make it, oh, you get 1 ration charge per full campfire. It doesn't have to be you get all your rations back from 1 campfire. So I do like this change, and I hope they visit other, skills that have uh, count. Clerics Judgment cast changed from 1.25 to 1. Clerics just stopped using this. There was no reason for them to use it for like the last week. Why would they use it? It just got nerfed. There's plenty of other things that clerics can use. Just put smite on, good. Cleric Locust Swarm attribute bonus ratio changed from 0.75 to 1. And then they crossed it out. I think they crossed it out because it's already in the game. Rest and Campfire Rest now restores cooldown abilities by 1 second to 2 seconds respectively. So this is a pretty cool change. It kind of lets every class in the game, if you have like a really long, like Divine Protection for Cleric, you know, it's a 45-second cooldown normally. You can just set it at a campfire and it'll come back. Also things like Blood Exchange, let's say that you use your Blood Exchange at the wrong time on Barbarian, and it's on cooldown now, right? But also you need to get your charge back. I've put a campfire down and gotten my charge back before the cooldown went off cooldown. So I think that's what this is gonna really change. Weapon damage for the Horseman's Axe and Hatchet have been adjusted. Hopefully this is all we really need. I'm not sure how much it's been adjusted by, but it seems like the Hatchet is more or less getting nerfed. That's the intention, right? And they also updated the Hatchet's attack, I guess. So that's another good thing. They definitely looked at it and said, wow, this is, you know, desyncing through all shields. So we should probably fix it. Alright, so this is kind of big. Normal dungeons now have a gear score rating of 0 to 124. High roller dungeons now have a gear score range of 125 plus. So they got rid of the 225 plus. They got rid of the 0 to 25. I understand that they're doing it because of the declining population in the game, right? How many players we're at? But we're still at 24,000. Honestly, those are good numbers. That's not a bad you know, player base. That's, you know, we got more than Dungeonborn. Fuck them. Experimental rookie matchmaking for all modes and I think that this is a good change, though. I think you'll see more people in all brackets. At the end of the day, you'll see a lot more min-maxing, but especially in normals, and I think that's kind of cringe. You know, if you're playing normals anyways, like, you're either going in for like casual fun or you're just being a dick to kill Timmies. Those are like the two reasons to go normals. Maybe you want to farm like Cave Troll or something and it's a little bit easier, and I think that's fine. But like, just get good, you know, just get good. Go HR. Oh. Do quests. Quests I could imagine doing in normals. Quests are kind of aids sometimes. So yeah, quests and normals are cool. Other than that, it just seems like you're always punching down if you know what you're doing. Random dungeon system has now been applied to Inferno. Awesome, that's super cool. I just played a really quick game. Had a fun time. I believe it's still a 4x4. I don't think they would have any reason to make it a 5x5. So, yeah, pretty interesting. So experimental rookie, oh wait, where was it? Yeah, stairs to Inferno River module have been changed to ramps. I think it's just so things can climb up it easier, you know? I guess ramps are easier to climb up than stairs. Added additional memory capacity and memory capacity bonus with the socket system, which is good. Bards wanted that, especially. Arena start date confirmed 25. So next Friday. 1/24/2025. Studded wyvern leather craft item. So that's probably the studded leather chest piece for barbarian. Surprise. Added new ranger skill, purge shot. So I think this is pretty interesting. Maybe I could imagine you running it in trios with like with a team with like what is it called? Survival bow and quick shot, because you can remove one random magical buff on target with each successful hit from a ranged weapon within 8 seconds. So my two questions are: A, does it work when they have a goddamn shield up? And B, oh, not even a question. Just give it more. One magical damage buff sucks. 8 seconds is a pretty long time, but I mean, quickfire gives you the chance to shoot like 4 longbow arrows in the time of 8 seconds. You're not going to be able to shoot more than 3 longbows. So this is like only for survival bow, really. Yeah. We'll talk about the druid. Where's druid? So the druid's got life bloom aura. So this kind of makes 10 spell viable, at least. Because if you're already disable shapeshift, you know, you might as well just take the 10 spells. So it restores an additional 2 health to the target when caster heals self or allies within aura range. So that means when I heal myself or I heal someone else, you get 2 more health from it. I think this sounds like it applies on HOTS too, so that could actually be pretty strong, you know. You're getting 2, 3 health per second. They're getting 2 health per second guaranteed. That's pretty good. And again, like, even with only 9 spells, that just means that you have an empty slot to block with your magic staff. Or, you know, whatever other dog shit spell casting ability you have. Yeah, you really only have Crystal Ball and Spellbook as options now. Everything else in the game sucks. Anyways. Prove MMR calculation method. Proved flow when exiting dungeon. Yeah. That's pretty much it. We can go through the developer comments too. Our plan this season is continually expand the random dungeon systems to work with more and more locations. With that in mind, we have now applied the system to Inferno map. Adventurers must now explore and traverse modified modules of the Inferno to find the Ghost King's lair. We have decided to adjust the matchmaking pools based on the results of recent player behavior. The continuous matchmaking system has greatly improved player adjacency when it comes to risk-reward decisions in the dungeon. However, as a side effect of the new risk-reward relationship, the current gear score divisions have started having the opposite effect of what we intended. Instead of serving as stepping stones for newer players, the lower gear score divisions have become killing grounds, with bloodthirsty players having little to lose. Yes, I totally agree. That's what I was saying. You're just being a dick going into normals and like kicking down, you know? We want to rebalance the risk-reward factor and return a sense of danger in decision-making when assessing combat situations in dungeons. We don't want the default for players the default decision for players, goddamn, to simply run headlong into battle. Therefore, we have decided to test the removal of the low gear score lobbies in their respective normals and HR matchmaking pool. We feel like this change is reasonable since players now have more agency than ever to get out of sticky situations without gear score being the deciding factor. We want to foster new players as they learn the ropes in more dangerous dungeons. The previous gear score division served as a poor way of on-ramping new players. Instead, we will now start testing a separate matchmaking pool for new players. We will continue adjusting these new matchmaking pools to give all players a good balance of risk, reward, and progression. Oh shit. Nick is leaving soon. On the 23rd. Okay, interesting. Alright, yeah, so that is the patch. It looks like two other notes. Your MMR will be reset for Arena right now. I didn't play Arena this entire fucking wipe. Not because I don't want to, but I know how broken the MMR system is, and I'm not wasting my time playing solos, trios, Arena, when I'm rolling the dice every game to get 200 gear score Timmy, you know? With like blue Lightfoots, because he couldn't find anything better in the dungeon. But yeah, that's about it. Oh, critical issue with Druid. Hotfix preparation for 77-1. Interesting, this just happened. Well, yeah. See you after that then.